We coming. Shout out to the 10 folk that are in there. Boy, this look bad. This look grainy.
All these
Oh,
years and no upgrade.
no upgrade to the computer.
That's
Mhm.
sad.
It's an old school computer here. It still got a floppy drive on it. Thing, you dig? Little what you call it? What's some other things they used to use? Not the floppy.
Oh,
The
it's been that long.
no, USB was the is the newest stuff.
Mm,
I guess everybody
okay.
doing cloud storage and stuff now.
Yeah.
What's happening, family? What's happening? What's happening? What's
What's
happening?
going down?
Let me see. Let me get on this thing, see if I could
You know?
see what's shaking pork chops or what? I say pork chops or what? Bacon. You hear me? See what's man, it's been a minute. It's been like
We haven't been live in a really
a
long
long
time.
time.
I think we just like stopped
Let me see.
going live.
I'm trying to get to the thing.
I'm getting here.
Mm.
We're so old.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna
We
have to
got old
do?
ways. Huh.
So if somebody want to jump on, but let me see
All
something.
right.
Why come I can't get to the thing I'm looking for? Why
Oh,
come? That's Aiden.
yeah. What's been happening, people?
Oh, that favorite couple. All right, shout out to Nola.
No,
That don't say nothing.
Nola. Hold on. I've got a child messaging me in my own house. Ugh.
That when they lazy, when they can't even come downstairs to, you know what I'm saying, sending messages through the thing, through the phone. Let me see. 13. Shout out to the 13 people watching. I remember we usually had like 100 people watching.
Ah, this is back when
Uh,
we were active on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah.
you need to slow down a little bit on the tube of the U. All right.
Anyway, you want to
Somebody say it's
update the
about
people
time.
on what's been going on with you
So what I
besides
wanted to
losing weight?
getting sexy flexing. Ooh, I'll let you go. But anyway, I wanna be able to put so look, give me 2 minutes.
What? What
I
you
want to
want?
be able to put the link on the
Oh, so
video.
people can join.
Yeah, hold on. We
Yeah,
coming. Hold
so we
on.
could talk.
Coming, we coming, we coming. Let me have a close this. I'm trying to be able to send the invite link in the thing. You hear
I
me?
know this happens every time I go live because it's like it takes that long.
There you go. Bam,
Hey,
bam,
Angie
bam.
Says.
Just like that. All right, let's get back to the Zoom. What's shaking, y'all? All right, it's your brother Assad.
And I'm Adrian. We've been on let's talk about an intro 20 minutes later.
And we are back again with another quick live. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notifications bell so that you'll be notified when we drop material on this channel. Why?
Just
Yeah.
ignore that.
Okay, let me see somebody jumping on. That
Nola.
I keep thinking that say Nola, like New Orleans.
It's a D.
Is a D. I
It's
missed
a
it.
D.
I missed it.
What's up,
And
family?
what's happening, my bro? Oh, what's happening, my brother? How you doing?
Hey there.
Doing pretty
Everything we
good.
good?
Been doing pretty good in ATL.
Ah,
I see you must work for Delta.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
representing.
Look, bro, look, I need some plane tickets on the cheap now. What's happening?
Bro, brother needs to hook up, huh?
And I'm trying, but I hear, man, I hear the jet fuel. Somebody just sent me an article from one of my colleagues said that Spirit is about to go out of business or something because of the jet fuel prices.
Yeah,
Do you,
Spirit and Frontier, it's hard.
Dang.
is
Your
it because
your
is
your
it the Iran war?
yeah, your uncle made things so tough for everybody, man.
That ain't my uncle.
Oh,
No, we are no relations. No, no.
Yeah, every airline is just trying to make it.
yeah,
It,
my goodness.
so I had a group of people come in town in March, but while they were on their way here, while they were here, they started the bombing again in Iran, and
Yeah,
they couldn't. They had like flights into I don't want to say Dubai. They had some flights somewhere into the UAE, somewhere into the Middle East, like connected. Man, so they were like, "Oh no, we're not gonna go back that way," and then they started looking up flights to get back home, the numbers were crazy.
yep,
I was like,
Woo.
what?
yep.
28, $3,000 for a plane. I was like, ain't no way in the world. Y'all might
Yeah.
as well just stay here.
Exactly.
Yeah, you couldn't access through that airspace. So, the plan had to be rerouted. So, but things are getting back to normal. Hopefully, it's just that it's unpredictable every day.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I heard that he just tweeted or Truth Social that he's going that the talks with Iran are going to resume. So hopefully the what's that, the Strait of Hamas or something.
Yeah, Hamas. Yeah.
Hormuz. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The Strait of Hormuz might get back open and we get some oil. Cause guess what? I paid $80 to fill my car up over here. I said, God damn, I moved over here because it was cheaper. Nah, man, this is ridiculous.
Things are crazy. Yeah, yeah. But hopefully things will. I mean, it's not gonna be like this forever, right? Always
God
change.
willing.
At some point, it's what goes up comes down. That's for
True
sure.
that.
Somebody said American and United are merging. You heard about
Talking
that?
about merging.
Oh, talking
Yeah,
about merging. Okay.
yeah. It's just right now. It's just a rumor, nothing confirmed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So how's ATL, brother?
I love it over here, man. I'm gonna stay here until I move back to South Africa.
When you moving back? Because it's
I don't
getting
know,
rough.
man. I'm giving, say about three years or so, roughly. I'm building, trying to make sure that I'm financially secure, man.
That makes sense.
Right.
No,
That
that
makes
makes
Yep.
sense.
sense.
Yeah, but
That
I'm
makes
coming
sense.
though. I'm joining you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think what they got the exchange program. You heard about it?
What's that?
Where they black South Africans leaving and they replacing y'all with the Afrikaners over there. The little exchange program I heard about. All
Yeah,
black immigrants are out, and he said we're gonna bring in
no, no,
Spanish folks.
but check this out though. Check this out. It's like this. When some of those guys are coming over here, you guys are over there. We're going back.
Yeah, it's an even exchange, something like
Yeah,
that. But I hear that when they get over there, they're not too happy. They realize life is a little different than they thought it
yeah.
would
Mm-mm.
be.
They come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, they come
yeah, they
back.
coming back. Yeah,
Yeah,
coming back quick.
yeah.
Mm.
So since we talking South, you heard about the new U.S. the new South African ambassador to the U.S.
Yeah.
Man, what is going on, bro? You talking about my uncle, man? What about Uncle Cyril? What is Uncle Cyril doing, brother?
Well, it's like no, but Cyril was backed up in the corner though. He had to somehow find a way to try easy things out. I don't blame him.
You know, I heard this brother's the dude he appointed like some apartheid era National Party representative
Yeah,
type
yeah,
person.
but he's one of those who negotiated from apartheid with Cyril. They work together. They have a history together.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know
Yeah, yeah, they work together when the negotiation, reconciliation, and all that was going on. Both of them were involved, so that's how they knew each other. And I mean, I like I say, I don't blame Cyril right now. Things are crazy, so you gotta negotiate and find a way, try to ease things out. We can't be
that.
fighting every time. We can't be yelling and unpredictable. Try to stabilize a little bit if you can.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's true. That's true. So what else is shaking, bro? When the last time you been this side?
Last year I just came from. I just been to Australia for the first time.
Australia.
I did a tour of Australia and the Philippines. Loved it.
Okay.
He said, I love it all. Atlanta, the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How long have you been in Atlanta?
uh, ATL. I've been here for about 2 years, maybe almost going into 3 years now. But
Okay.
I lived in your state in Texas for over 20 years.
Fun.
What part of
What part?
Texas?
Dallas, Texas, man.
Oh, D-Town, D-Town.
Top.
Yeah, 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 man. My best friend he lives in Fort Worth now, but he's from Dallas.
Yeah.
Well, he lives in Plano. He lives in Plano. I'm sorry, he lives
Plano.
in Plano. Yeah,
Yeah.
Plano's a nice city, man. It's expensive. Now they don't have no land to build nothing.
man.
Wow. They
Listen,
developed it all.
so the only reason why I got a big house over here is
There you
because
go.
I went to his house and in Plano, and he had like 5,000 square feet, a movie theater room. And we brothers, but we had this competitive thing going on. I was like, hey, I went back home. I was like, hey, man,
Yeah.
we need to buy a house. We gotta do something. We need to move into a bigger house.
A mess.
But homes are more affordable in Texas, or they used to be. I don't know if they are still, but
Yeah, compared to other states, they're still affordable. You got Plano, Frisco, Allen, McKinney, the neighboring area around there. Big houses, nice houses.
Hmm.
yeah, he has a big, beautiful house. But I got him now. I got him now. No, I did a little something on him.
we
Yeah.
have uh, we have people moving from California going to buy houses in Texas, in Plano, McKinney area, Frisco.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. They've been doing
So,
Yeah,
that a long time.
and what they do is because the property is so expensive in California, they could live in like a 1,200 square foot house in California and sell that for like 800,000 and go to Texas and get a mansion for it. So
true.
yeah, they coming up. They
Yeah.
coming up.
Indeed.
So when is your event, man? I know you have some kind of get together coming soon. When is that? I need to be there for that.
So what do we got? We got a lot of stuff coming. So in July, no, June, we have North Carolina A&T, which is the largest HBCU in the United States. They're sending 25 students over here. Right after that, July 14th, I have a private group coming with about 10 people or whatever. And then in October, we have another private group. And then December 1st through the 11th, we got homecoming. That's what I'm calling it, homecoming. So
Homecoming is what I was
yeah,
asking about. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get 100 people. So right now we have partnered with the Southern Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta, not your Delta,
I
the
understand.
the sorority Delta, and we should have about 40 it's not necessarily members of Delta Sigma Theta, but we're using their network coming. So we still got about 60 slots left or so, although we're in conversation with another university that wants to bring about 20 or 30 students. So the goal is by December, we'll have 100 people. And I want to make this something that happens every year, go from like 100 to, in 3 or 4 years, 1,000 people come for like you do in Ghana, done in December in Ghana,
Yeah.
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, to make it.
Man, listen. I'm so proud of you guys. What you're doing is wonderful. You're connecting us. You're bringing people who've never been to Africa before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Quite a few.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate that.
so
And
this
and
is
every
awesome.
time and every time they come, brother, they're here for a week, 2 weeks, and they all leave talking about they want to move.
Yeah,
All of them leave saying, I gotta move to South. How can I get here? Or whatever have you. So I think South Africa sells itself. Like
yeah,
once you get here, and what happens is that the bar, so the perception of Africa in the United States, in
Yeah.
Black America. For those who are not informed, they're still thinking it's, you know,
Yeah.
dirt roads and all of that good stuff. So when they land, even if they're like interested in coming, when they land, it's like, oh, this is way beyond what I expected,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They thought maybe when we showed them like Santon, that must be the only nice
Right.
area. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just Santon. And then they're
Yeah.
riding around and seeing, waterfall and just the city itself. And that's it. They're hooked. They're sold at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah,
And
if you can come December, come home.
yeah, I'm December, so I'm gonna plan on coming for that, man. I'm gonna put my name down. I'm gonna plan on coming for that.
Man, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
And
And then,
go ahead.
oh, I'm about to say, and then I can tell my people to holler at you for a discounted plane ticket.
And I was gonna say the thing that impresses me now with South Africa that gives me a lot of hope. It seems like they are serious about dealing with corruption, man. You have a lot of police officials that are going through, some of them being arrested. So I think they're cleaning up. I hope we do that, man. We
Yeah,
got to do that. We got to clean up, man, for real.
yeah, yeah.
Indeed.
I just found out about tenders. You know what a tender is? Were you
Yeah,
here when?
yeah.
Yeah, so we got a friend of ours. His name is Jasper. He's from the US, but he bought a house here in South Africa, but he actually lives in Germany. But he dresses real nice, Gucci and Louis Vuitton. And he said somebody walked up to him and said, "Man, you look like a tender." Now, in the US, tender is like, what you mean? You trying to
A
say I'm,
tenderoni.
yeah, like a
I know,
tenderoni,
I
trying to
know,
say
I know.
I'm more feminine. And the guy explained to him, it's like, no, you look like the people who get the contracts from the government and kind of blow the money on other things instead of actually
Yeah.
doing what they're supposed to do. So we do see,
You look
yeah,
like tender.
yeah, he look like a tender, yeah, like somebody who got their government contract. But yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully they are cleaning up the corruption. But who are we to talk about it? Because the U.S.
Ugh,
Come on, man, like.
wish we could say the same.
Yeah, the corruption is crazy.
Rampant.
And that's now everybody sees it. I think that's the beauty of the Donald
Yeah.
Trump administration, that
Yeah.
he's exposed to the world. He's cracked all of the facades
Yeah.
and the perception that the US was all of this great
Mhm.
land. It's like, nah, homie, look at what's happening. And even though he's outlandish, he's not the first that is doing. The other people just had more decorum and more. They had the ability to hide it a little better than he
Yeah.
Yeah.
does, wide open with it. That's
Yeah.
let me see what these comments say, brother. Let's see. We
Okay,
got
man.
we got oh, that's you. Okay, Angie, shout out to Angie. America United, okay. Aaron, hi family. It's been a long time indeed. Best wishes, man. What's going on, brother Aaron? Afrikaners are all coming back. Yep.
That's what we heard.
Hello, family. All right. Angie, she was saying exactly, so I don't know what she was saying exactly too.
Right. Something.
Something. But anyway, anybody else want to jump on? We got the link. Let me see if I
I might
can.
have to put it. Yeah. But I have one question.
Uh-oh, Lord.
So since you are working for Delta and you've been in the United States for some time, we still get people who say like, "Oh, you're from the States. I'm trying to go to that side." Like they really want to still go to the US, still work in the US. So what would your feedback to them be since you are a South African who's now lived in the US for quite some time?
Um, well, I was born in Botswana, even though I lived in South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Um, but to answer your question though, I mean, the US used to be painted as one of the places to be, and arguably it's still the place where you could succeed and do, you work hard. And other countries, now South Africa is different. Other countries, um, there are no opportunities. you know that's why people flock to places like South Africa or the US. But um, for me right now, having experienced what I've experienced, I tell my brothers, let's stay home and build, man. We could do our own thing. But it's good to travel. Travel is educational, opens your eyes. You get to see it's educational. You
Yeah,
get to see how people do things, how people behave the way they do. That I'm not against that, but um, but where I'm at right now, I want to go back home to build, to help and be part of
yeah,
those who are building.
yeah.
Right.
So let me ask you something. You say work hard. Did you work ever like in South Africa or Botswana?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I left. I did work in Botswana and South Africa. Yes, in a place called White
Okay.
River, Nelspruit. Yeah,
Oh, Nelspruit, we know Nelspruit. So
yeah.
how would you compare the work-life balance in the US to
No
working
spirit.
in South Africa?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because when the Africans come out here, I'm an African boy, right?
Yeah.
Um, you live a life where it's like you live on the edge. You
Mm.
know, you have to work hard. You are stressed out. You have to work hard to make it. And we also have this thing called what did they say? Black tax, where you have your whole family depending on you. You have to
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
hard. You are now supporting the whole village around you. Um, but the work over here, I had to work hard. I mean, in most cases, when I got here, I had to go to school. Obviously, I wasn't a citizen, right? I had to go to school, work to pay my tuition. I didn't qualify for any of those,
Oh,
but
Mhm.
yeah,
it took years before I could get a green card and then become a citizen and all that. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight.
yeah,
And in the meantime, you have to survive. You have to work and so it's tough.
yeah.
Not Yeah, it's tough. But the life in the US is a little bit more stressful
Hmm.
for many of us, for many Africans.
Hmm. I can imagine. It's stressful
But
for
after
black
a
people.
while, of course, you build your own. Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's stressful for like black Americans. It's
Yes.
yeah, it's just stressful. It's stressful for white folks. It's a stressful life. And I think that's the point I was getting at. It's like when you experience like, okay, living over here, some things are like, oh man, the pace is kind of slower, much slower. But you learn to appreciate that when you juxtapose that against how how much of your time is spent working in the US, how much of your life is just wrapped around basically surviving. You get paid, but you're getting paid only to send all of your money right back to the bill
Hmm.
collectors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody
Yeah.
says Adrian is giving Sade vibes.
Oh Lord.
Smooth operator. That must be me. I'm the smooth operator because she was singing to the first. But
Yes, you are.
she said your hair is beautiful blown out, Adrian.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hmm. But yeah, so Atlanta though, man. But you're living in like one of the better like black cities that you
Yeah,
can live in. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of wealth in Atlanta. I think that the city is probably more well ran than definitely New Orleans and other cities. So yeah, you should see a lot of opportunities there, I would imagine, in
they
Atlanta.
are. There are so
Yeah.
many opportunities and a rich history. The civil rights
Yeah.
history.
Hmm.
Um,
True.
this is where people like MLK, did their thing. So it's a lot of opportunities in Atlanta, for real.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
the previous U.S. ambassador, Ruben Briggedy, who did ruffled a few feathers at one point, but he started this, and I'm not sure where it is now because he's no longer there. But it was called Atlanta Fembali, I think that was the name of it. But you know, because Delta, you guys have that direct flight from Atlanta to Joburg, and
Yes.
I believe he brought a cohort of like Joburg officials to Atlanta, and then he brought some Atlanta. He brought the mayor of Atlanta. I remember that because he invited me over here to Joburg and then to Cape Town, and he was trying to build like this bridge between these two major black cities with, you know, because Atlanta has a lot of wealth, Joburg has a lot of wealth, and a lot of black businesses, you know. So he was trying that, but he's gone now. So I don't know what happened to that.
No
That's
telling.
dead.
I'm not
Yeah.
dead.
That's dead. Because
And you know we also have a flight, direct flight to Cape Town from Atlanta from ATL, but it's only like 3 days a week. It's not every day like the Johannesburg flight.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I mean, I think one time I must have took that one because we had to fly from Joburg to Cape Town and then Cape Town to, and I was like, why are we stopping in Cape Town?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't want to
okay.
do that at all. Just no. I don't want to fly in or out of Cape Town.
Shout out to Cape Town.
I know.
Somebody
This is
said,
my person.
somebody said, Uncle and Auntie, you guys are looking good. South,
Thanks.
I guess it means South Africa,
Yeah.
looking good on y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I
It's been
lost
a
a little
great
weight.
4 years.
It has, you know, we're coming up on 4 years here in July. And I
Wow.
mean,
It
yeah,
went by fast, huh?
time flies, man. My children have essentially, because my oldest one was what, 12
Yeah.
when we got here.
Mhm.
Now he's going to be 16 in like 5 days, 6 days. And it's
Wow.
like, he is, yeah, he's probably more familiar with like South Africa than even New Orleans. I know he spent more years there, but from, you know, 0 to 5, you don't remember anything. And then from 5 to 12, he was, you know, he was a house kid. He wasn't out in the street. You know, we left right at the age where kids started hanging out in the
And
street
get some
and
Yeah.
get some independence.
Right,
So
right.
he got all that independence over here. So South Africa is now like, that's his frame of reference for what home is. And that's, you know, that's different.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah.
different, you know. I'm
And
glad I was able.
that's who really knows South African culture right there.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's learning it from his friends in school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And his style, like we were talking about his hairstyle, like his style is a South African style, like what the young kids are wearing, you
Yeah.
know, and
Like
Yeah.
clothing
the
styles.
clothes that he wants to wear. You know, I'm like, man, you gotta get you some polos, and he's like, nah, that
Like
ain't
what?
that ain't what's popping.
Um,
Somebody asked, good to see you guys. How are the kids adjusting to essay education? They're doing all right. They could be doing better. I like to see straight A's, but you know.
Yeah, the education system, it's a little more demanding, I think, than the
Mhm.
one they came from, for sure.
Definitely.
The exam writing,
Yeah.
yeah, the level of coursework, especially
Yeah.
like starting in grade 10. Some of those courses were things I took in college, like undergrad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like basic accounting course. An accounting course I didn't take until college. They took it, I think, grade 9, grade 8,
Yeah.
grade 9. You know, so it's like, wow.
No, I think they're receiving a phenomenal education over here.
Mhm.
Um, you know, they attend a great school. And I tell you one thing that happened when we first got here, my son was the only American, well, my sons were the only Americans at the school. Now it's like a gang of them, right?
really?
It's quite a
Yeah,
few.
it's quite a few. Like,
They're not special anymore.
yeah. Before they
Yeah.
were only American, they were cool because they were American. Not anymore. It's like so many families have moved, and we've all kind of not moved in the same estate, obviously, but
Yeah.
a lot of us live in Midrand. So like Dane Fern and Four Ways and
Yeah.
Waterfall and Kailami. So we're in those areas. So they all like, what school your son go to? I was like, oh, he go to this school. And they're like, okay. So they put their kids in the same school. So now it's like a gang of Americans over there. So I think that's a
So
plus thing too.
I heard about this is it they call it white paper, you know, they're changing visa stuff. How is that? How is that affecting um people, moving from the US over there who want to settle over there. How is that coming along?
So for us, it won't impact us because I'm at VITS, so my visa is through VITS research, and I'm good. But
Yeah.
for those who already have retirement visas, because that's the main thing is the retirement
Yeah.
visa that's changing. And so, in the States, someone can join the military at 18,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do 20 years. At 38, they're fully retired,
You
right?
qualify, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
qualify for retirement. They don't have
Yep.
to go to work or anything. So there are a few people here who are in that situation where they're like 38, 40, 41.
Or they had to get out because of disability, and
Disability,
they're
yeah.
100% disabled, so they get a check every month.
So but they're retired basically,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So they're retired and now they're trying to think the age is what, 58?
50 something. They're
They-
putting them
They're trying to raise the age to maybe 55, 58 or something. And that's a lot of people. So you have a lot of people who are in their 40s who retired from the military at 38, 39 years old, who were retired and now
yeah.
that's going to impact them a bit. However, now that they have the digital nomad visa, that's always an option for people. Yeah, but other than that,
Whose employer wants to write that letter?
well, some people, they don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of employers mind if your company is completely remote. I don't think they have that big of deal.
Yeah.
But
Depends on tax implications.
yeah, tax implications.
So if they did have an objection, it would be because of tax
Mhm.
implications.
But yeah, so that's going to impact a lot of people who are under 55 retired. But fortunately, a lot of these Negroes old. A lot of these Negroes are already 60 years old and retired. You know what I'm saying?
A lot more old friends.
Yeah. Hey, bro, all our friends,
Seniors.
yeah, they get a discount coffee at McDonald's. They don't have to pay the whole price.
now, now, I think I think we need to come up with some. We need to advocate for ourselves and for our people, though. You know what I mean? Like, um, we have a lot of people who are moving in and putting the money in there, and so we should be in a place where we could also influence and shape legislation to allow, to, you know, speak for ourselves. We need to be able to come together and, put our priorities on the table.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I would like to see a visa by investment. There are countries where if you purchase a house or if you buy land or something like that, then you have a pathway to like permanent residence or visa. And let's just be frank, man, we're not buying, small houses. We're spending decent amount of money, a decent investment purchasing homes. And I think that should be an option. But
Yes.
who are we to say, right? South Africa has its reasons. The government has its reasons for why they have things set up. I do think that, like I said, the digital nomad visa is the biggest one that will help a lot of Americans or African Americans to be able to get over here. Because since COVID, everybody and their mama, is working remotely. I don't think a
Yeah.
lot. I think some people went back to the office, but there's still so many remote jobs, or people now have a lot of remote jobs. So
Well,
that
I
should
know
be
they're changing like the permanent residency path, right? Like, didn't they say something like invitation only?
yeah,
Based on your contribution to
yeah.
the country. So PR might be a little bit more
Well, I
difficult.
can I can make the argument for myself. Now I didn't contribute to that. God damn it.
You better start writing your argument up.
I'm gonna start. Look, everything I do, I'm gonna write it down. Like, look, I got 10 pages of contributions here. I didn't contribute.
Mine are just the taxes. I done paid these sales taxes.
Ooh,
I
to the
contribute
taxes.
and tuition.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, indeed.
And the state about that.
Look at
Yeah.
Stacy. Shout out to Stacy. He removed this thing, and then Ben Jubilani. What's happening, Ben Jubilani? And if y'all want, I'm gonna see if Stacy want to jump on. Stacy, you want to jump on if you're still watching? It's been a minute since we all been on. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna put the link back in the thing. Boom.
I feel like it's been over a year since we've done this.
Since we went live.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Let me see something. Okay, I thought we had went away.
Ooh,
No,
nope,
no.
not quite. Oh, someone said free Malema. I thought he
No,
was
he free. He free. He home. He home on the bill.
He free.
He spent about 20 minutes in jail. Came out like you came out talking about, yeah, when I was in the inside. Man, come on, man.
Teflon Don.
Did I don't think they put him in. Did he? Because they approved his
Yeah.
appeal. I
Appeal,
don't
yeah.
think they put him in prison as yet.
No, he didn't go to prison. No, he
Yeah,
got
he's still
convicted.
appealing. Yeah.
But the day that he was in court, it was all these news articles talking about, I guess the EFF, like people getting riled up because they were like, if he gets time, we gonna riot, we gonna protest or
Yeah.
whatever. Have you.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right, we gonna give you this time, but we gonna let you come home.
All right, we're gonna let you spend 10 minutes in.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
shout out to changing the narrative. But yeah, he came. Yeah, he came home. But like now you in Atlanta. You've been in the U.S. how long? You say 20 years,
Yeah. Total about 30 years now.
30
Wow.
years. Man,
Yeah.
you know nobody get no time for shooting no gun in the air. Man, we shoot guns in the air. Why you get some?
4th of July.
We shoot. Listen, true story.
Oh, I know
The
it.
Saints, the Saints won the Super Bowl in 2010,
Yeah.
right? And we was living in the hood then. And our neighbor next door, when there was a play where Tracy Porter intercepted the ball and he ran it back for a touchdown. They still had like 2 minutes left of the game, but we knew the game was over. The Saints had just won the Super Bowl. Man, my neighbor next door walked outside and he unloaded an AK-47 in the air. Doop, 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 doop. And his daddy was like, man, put that gun away. He's like, what they gonna do? What they gonna do? We just won the Super Bowl. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what are they gonna do? You just shooting a gun in the air. So getting
This is the
5 years,
This is the kind of neighbors we had, y'all. We was in the struggle.
man, getting
Yeah.
5 years for shooting a gun in the air. I'm like, that's outrageous. That seems political. That seems like political targeting to me.
No, of course it is. It's all political. Of course it is. It's deeper than just the surface. Yeah, it's political.
But why
It's
him? Why
deep.
now?
Huh?
Why him? Why now?
Yeah, because he been making noise. He been saying, that pro-black radical stuff. So why are you trying to
Yeah, I'm
get
just
him now?
wondering. I mean, I don't know. It's a genuine
Maybe
question.
because let me tell you why. You remember when Ramaphosa went to the White House and they played the video of the Kill the Boer song or whatever it's called?
Mhm.
Julius Malema was leading that chant. So it's probably like we gotta get him off the street. He's too radical or whatever have you. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go deep into it's a little bit much more deeper, but I'm not gonna go that deep because I'm wearing I'm identifiable.
Right. Be on these internet.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I got you. I got you.
Got
I got
right,
you.
but
Just for
it's a
show.
lot deeper.
Yeah, it probably is. Stuff that I don't know. We just got here. We just looking at it on the news. The
Right.
surface at it.
Right.
Yeah, Malema might be thugging.
Might be
He might be thugging out here. Like, what's the other dude that be thugging? Gaten McKenzie. Gaten McKenzie was a whole gangster. Yeah. Gaten McKenzie. Yeah, he a thug. He be thugging.
That's a mess.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
see. Somebody's officially somehow acquitted the guard who led him to peace. It wasn't even his gun?
No, it
Oh,
wasn't.
oh
And,
no.
and check this out. The guy who owned the gun was set free and was given his gun.
Mm.
So I had a situation. So when I was younger, I used to carry a gun on me. And I was in a bar, and this guy that I know named Kurt. Kurt was getting beat up. Let me say it like that. He was about to get beat up. The guy that was about to beat him up actually said, "Man, sit here. I'm gonna put this stuff in the car. When I come back, I'm gonna whip your ass." Right?
Yeah.
So now Kurt didn't want to be scared, like scary, and get up and try to run and leave. So he looked at me. He was like, "Do you have your gun on you?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." Can I? No, you can't see it. I'm not about to be accessory to a homicide.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you
Uh-huh.
scary, man. Go on, take that little fight, man. Ain't nothing but a fight. Get beat up right quick. And this guy whipped him in this boy.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he
Oh,
whipped him in the
poor Kurt.
club, boy. He whipped it. He whipped Kurt.
Did he have it coming? Did he deserve it?
Yeah, if y'all want to know the whole story, so Kurt is a club owner. Kurt was a club owner, but he was in somebody else's club this night. But in his club, the guy was a guy who used to take pictures. You know, back in the day, you be in the
Yeah.
club, and there's a guy going around take pictures. So Kurt told the dude he had to charge him $200
Mm.
to if he wanted to be in the club taking pictures. So the guy was like, "No, he's not paying that." So Kurt got his bouncers to beat the guy up and throw him out. Now that's like 2 weeks before. Then, so now Kurt is in another club, Jahari's club, and the guy is in there taking pictures, and he see Kurt, and he was like, "Oh boy, I owe you. I got something for you."
Yeah.
And he whipped him hard, boy.
Wow.
He whipped. I mean, yeah, get beat up right quick. Yeah, get beat up right quick, man. Hey, listen, man, you gotta take that on the chin, man. People scared to take butt whippers. I'm scared to take butt whippers now because this was really before World Star. This is like
Oh, so you don't want to
2000.
record it and
Hey, hey, listen, if somebody whipped me and you got your phone out, guess who's gonna be fighting next?
What you gonna do?
Oh my goodness.
Somebody said, "I see that a member of the apartheid crew is now ambassador to America. Is this what is coming in the future?" I think, yeah, we talked boldness of hope. We talked about that a bit earlier. And I think what Ndola is saying is that he had like Ramaphosa was kind of pushed into a corner. It's like kind of like the give and take of, you know, playing politics on the world stage. I don't know. I
Right.
don't know. But I mean, the US sent an apartheid era supporter over here. I don't
I mean,
know.
it tracks with the current administration.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
on par with the current
Yeah.
administration.
I
Yes.
mean, they had like what was his name? Pete Hegseth?
Exit.
Hegseth. Did you
Yeah,
see
Pete
that?
Jackson. Mm-hmm.
The other day he was giving a speech and said he was quoting the Bible and he ended up quoting Pulp Fiction.
Mm.
Bro, this how you make that? Who did that to you, bro? He quoted Pulp Fiction.
But
Man,
that's where we at.
this is who's leading the country. He's like the Secretary of War.
Yep.
Not even the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of War, the Department of War.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Somebody said that's some boondock stuff. They must be talking about when we were shooting in the air, man. Look,
There's some boondock stuff. That's true.
man, that's just that's New Orleans. That's black communities, I guess, around the U.S. I'm sure in Atlanta, yeah, they be having some shootings out there too.
Yeah.
Some
College,
black community.
College
I
Park.
I I thought when I was living in Dallas, I thought we had a lot more guns, cowboy culture. Until I get to ATL, I know that we have guns around here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. But
yeah,
doesn't Texas have like open carry and everything?
yeah. Texas got open carry, constitutional
Yeah.
carry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
They can
yeah,
carry
Yeah.
on the college campuses.
yeah. Texas don't play no games, man. Shout out to Texas, man. Texas got the gun laws right.
Mm-hmm.
They got the gun laws right. Louisiana came right behind them too. We got constitutional carry
Mm.
and open carry. When you them people from like New York and stuff, the people can't even have no guns. They can't have no guns in their house. I mean, in their car, nothing like that. Somebody say shalom, peace, brother, peace. He said, "I'm mad at Pulp Fiction, though. It's a classic." He said, "I'm not mad at Pulp Fiction."
Which is why he should have recognized some of it.
I'm saying, bro. But he claimed to be a Christian evangelical. And when he said it was like the Book of Cyrus, man, ain't no Book of Cyrus or whatever he was. How you didn't recognize that was wrong? No, bruh. That's crazy. Changing the narrative. Hell no. If I get beat up and you record me, guess who I'm fighting? That's right. That's who I'm fighting next, man. I'm gonna beat you up, take that phone from you. You better hope it
Where,
hurt.
where is where is Change Narratives? I haven't seen him in a long time now.
He in the comments right now. I'm trying to tell Stacy, man, jump on right quick.
You need to jump on, man.
The link is in the thing. Let me send the link one more again. Somebody say blow you away laws. So look, somebody was saying that, and I think we talked about this before, like in South Africa, here, if somebody breaks into your house and you can't shoot at them, you can't kill them, you gotta give warning shots, and you have to have like a feeling of imminent threat or whatever have you to actually start using your pistol on them. So I was like, oh man, that's new. That's not where we from. Where we from, you're in my house, I'm gonna get to shooting.
Yeah,
I see some
self-defense.
police, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see some police department. Oh, I can't read it. Why
Have gunshot detectors. So do they have that in New Orleans?
gunshot detector? I don't even know what that is, man. New Orleans poor, man. We ain't got nothing, no technology. And then when they put the street cameras up, we shoot them down. So yeah, that's that's how we get down. Ain't no technology. Uh-uh. Y'all been scared? Are you still SA side? Oh, must have been scarce. SK Scar. Yeah, we
We
still
haven't been
here.
around here.
Yeah. We here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still here. Just haven't been online.
Yeah, just have man, like so when we first started doing this YouTube stuff, it was like, the excitement of being in Joe Berg, excitement of being in a new country, showing all the stuff that we're doing, talking
Right.
about it. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll in July, it'll be 4 years. It's like we live here. It's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah,
I go to
but
the grocery store and all the people know me. I got my favorite barber. It's like I'm integrated now. So it's like we really don't have much to talk about other than just
Just everyday life.
everyday life. Yeah, like
It
yeah,
seems like
but
everything to talk
but you
about.
need you need to host more though. You need to, you need to connect. You need to update us. You need to do maybe once a
true.
month, man.
Yeah, that's we probably get back to maybe even once every like 10 days. But
Yes.
working in the US, working at Vets, and when I first got here, work at Vits wasn't popping. Now it's popping. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Hmm.
So that keeps us pretty occupied. Then getting children back and forth to school, getting them up for
Yeah.
school, And then another thing, we started the YouTube building community.
Yeah.
That's how we met all our South African friends. That's how we met the African American community. Now we got this big community of people that we know, and then it became like, oh, we're always out with them. We're always, doing
Yeah.
something, going
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
guess
but
we could be
don't
recording that stuff,
yeah,
but
don't forget us though. Don't forget us who are still
no,
out
that's
on
right.
this side, still trying to connect with y'all.
Yeah, I got you.
Indeed.
I got you. Somebody's
And then there are personalities we've gotten to know over these years on YouTube that you're like, oh, it's not until you get on here that you're like, oh, I remember
remember
this
the
person.
yeah.
Or people that have jumped on lives before that we've talked to.
Somebody says around a lot of areas in the United States, they do have gunshot detectors for the police. For the police can actually detect where the shot came from. For real? Oh man, we don't need. Well, I don't know. I'm about to say we probably do need that in New Orleans.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we do. Ain't gonna knock a lot of people
But you
up.
don't need
Yeah.
While I'm on the side of man, they gonna knock a lot of people out. Man, they need to go to jail. Yeah. In the States, you can't shoot them either unless you're in danger. That must be a South Carolina law changing the narrative.
Ooh, not in
In
Louisiana.
Louisiana, if they in your house, you could kill them.
Didn't they shoot somebody through the front door?
Yeah, you could shoot somebody. Somebody was in
Like, what's
somebody's
that, Castle?
driveway. Castle law.
Yeah,
They
Castle.
were in the
Yeah.
man's driveway, and the man shot him through the door.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And like, man, no, because he could have been thinking about coming in. I gotta get him before he.
I just accidentally kicked my ball over in your yard. I'm just getting my ball.
He was breaking in
It's
that man
crazy.
car. No, he was breaking in that man car.
Oh, well,
Yeah, he was breaking in that
still,
man
I
car.
don't
The man
want
shot him.
you to die behind a car break.
I don't want you to die behind me either, but I don't want you breaking in my car. So, you know,
Oh, no,
yeah.
no. I don't want you to die for that.
Aside, that's why we're not on anymore. Nothing really to talk about. Man, you got a lot to talk about changing the narrative. You got all the music and stuff coming out. A Bantu lady. It's good to see you guys. I understand life is life. In fact, yes, a gentleman is right. Don't forget us. We miss it. We love you. We love you too. Ben Jubilani, I agree. We after a while we're just living daily life, not recording trips to the barber and grocery store. Yeah, it's like you hear
school drop off.
School drop off. Yeah. Just, it's like, yeah, that's what we're doing. We making egg sandwiches.
Egg sandwiches.
Yeah, we're just doing regular stuff, you know. So it says, you guys are very relatable and have a different set of eyes on the same thing. So very interesting, very funny and interactive couple. Maybe not all the time, but the gap was way too long. It was way too long, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, it was way too long.
It was more on you though. I kept trying to encourage you to go.
Lies and fabrications. A lot of the people
because you've actually been hosting groups and stuff, and I'm like, oh, they might be interested in
so
kind of seeing the activities and stuff.
So here's another thing. So when we first got here, as soon as we would meet an American that would visit, I would sit them down. Hey, let me put this camera in your face and interview you. And then I started. How
much do you love it?
Yeah, I started thinking that seems kind of weird. You know, I don't want the people to think that I'm only interacting with them to get them on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I just I stopped asking people. So it's like it's probably been 200 people that we have met in the last 2 years that I didn't interview, that I didn't put on the YouTube because I don't want them to think that's the nature of our relationship. And then there's probably some people like, damn, he ain't asked me to be on the channel.
People used to, like, you gonna interview me?
Yeah, they was there.
Yeah, but by the same token though, don't you've learned how to navigate and how to you settled in. We want to grow with you. We want to learn just like you're learning, you know.
Yeah.
So every now and then you could, invite one person and say, hey, have a conversation live.
Yeah.
And then we're all up to date.
Okay, somebody says, what happened to the petrodollar at the end of this war? Let me tell you something. It got scary for a minute over here. When the rand got, listen, okay, listen. He got here, the rand was like at 18. I guess when we first got here, it was at 16 something.
Yeah, and
then it got up to like 18. At one point, it was 21. And I know it's bad for South African family. I know it. My heart goes out to you. But for us, it was like, woo!
I know. I feel the same way when I come home. I look at the exchange rate.
And then it started going back down. It got into the 15s. I was like, Lord, it's getting scary at this point.
Those tuition payments look mighty different than that exchange rate.
Yeah, everything was looking
serious, and it could still.
Yeah, so guy asking about the petrodollar. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wish us the best.
All I know is when Trump started that little war, the dollar, the dollar got a little stronger. I was like, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But
how is it now? How is the exchange rate?
$1 to 16, maybe 25, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
So
not bad.
That's not too bad. It says somebody says, I watch all the American news and questions for you though. Is it possible that the war in Iran is going to continue through the midterms so that there are no elections? You can only shoot in the ground in the US. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the law. Let's go. I don't know about that in the US, but where I'm from, you can shoot just about as much as you like. As long, I think they say you get more time for like heroin than you do for assault with a weapon. But people are talking about these midterms right now. The prediction is that it's going to be a blue wave. That that the Democrats are going to sweep the midterms.
Mm.
I really think that's hopeful thinking. It's wishful thinking. I think that Trump is still riding like 50% approval ratings in some cases, even more. That's what people don't realize. Like they think that the Americans that supported Trump, they are still supporting Trump. All the foolishness, all of the craziness, the wars he started. Yeah, you have your Candace Owens and your Tucker Carlsons and your Megyn Kellys who are kind of now being critical of Donald Trump, but those are technically fringe voices. The people that supported him in Iowa, North Dakota, and those rural places in Georgia and in Mississippi and Louisiana, they are still supporting Trump.
Yes,
So yeah,
like these farmers have been struggling. They were massive Trump supporters. But with
mhm.
these tariffs, now that it's hitting their pockets, they may say, I don't know. It's
The
Um,
starting to
thing,
get too close to home.
yeah,
I don't, I don't think so.
no,
Mm.
I agree with Heather. It's people are hating over here.
Yeah,
The the grocery, you know, things that were made one of the number one thing in the list of campaigning, prices have doubled.
yeah,
And gas at the pump is expensive. The farmers are struggling.
Right.
yeah.
So I mean, you don't want to over exaggerate it, but Trump is going to lose a lot of some of his supporters.
Mhm.
But my thing is this, and this is an example that Adrian and I were talking about. I gave her this example. During COVID, right? During COVID, there was the deputy governor, what's what they call him? Not the deputy governor, what the lieutenant governor of
Oh.
Texas,
Yeah.
right? And he was like, the economy is closed. And everybody at the time during COVID, this is 2020, is saying, old people are very vulnerable to this disease. If old people get COVID, they're going to die. And he basically said, I think that grandma and grandpa would be willing to sacrifice themselves to get this economy back open, get this economy running. I said that to say that I don't think I think they're willing to go through that. The Trump supporters are so involved in his ideology that they are willing to suffer a bit because they're seeing their mission finally being accomplished, right? Their goals of this white Christian nationalism or national society, the anti-immigrant stance. Like I think they're willing to pay more at the pump, to pay more at the grocery store in order to see that type of mission fulfilled. I think that's how dedicated they are to their ideology.
But if
Yeah.
that can handle it. But the other difference with COVID was closing down, shutting down was hurting them economically. And they were like, no, we're going to keep businesses open because we don't want it to touch our pockets. In this case, he's starting to affect their pockets. So, you know what I'm saying?
I think in order for us to see the real Democratic wave, and particularly the wave that we want in 2028, is they got to run a white man. The Democrats got to run a white man.
That's
The
sad.
no more. I'm sorry. I know. I shout out to Kamala and the work that she did. I think she was a phenomenal vice president. But I think that when people went in that booth, they were like, black woman, white man. And it's way more white folks than there are black folks in America. And I think it was like, we're gonna go with Trump one more again. Let's see what he could do this time.
We'll try.
We'll try. Let's give it a try. Let's give it another try. So I think we need like I don't know if it's Gavin Newsom, but we need the we need the white man response to Trump. He has to be very charismatic, very likable, can appeal to the black vote, right? But I don't think running anybody ethnic right now. I heard they mentioned AOC.
No,
I
no,
heard they
no.
mentioned, yeah, right. No, indeed, no.
She
I
not
heard they
doing
mentioned
that.
Kamala was they threw her name back out
Kamala,
there.
no.
No, Gavin Newsom, but California is not
California is
the
problematic for
yeah,
Native
California,
Americans.
yeah. California too liberal.
No. Who, Pete?
Um,
Buttigieg,
Yeah.
Buttigieg, but ain't he like
Yeah, but
LGBTQ.
yeah,
yeah,
and then
That's
you
a
got the
problem.
conservative right, they're
yeah.
never gonna vote for
Yeah,
it. So
yeah,
they
yes.
gotta find the right candidate. You're
Do
right.
you know there's
You
a
you're
governor from
right.
Louisiana? Go ahead.
I say you're right. They have to find the right candidate who will be appealing to some of those who would rather support nobody else but a white man. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to be strategic and wise about your choices. You're right.
Mhm.
But
There was a
go ahead.
there was this guy, the former governor of Louisiana. His name was John Bell Edwards. Now he don't have the national appeal, but he was a Democrat. But he was a different kind of. He was pro-life. He was pro-guns, right? Which is in Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, that matters. Like you pro-guns, it matters. So he was what they call a conservative Democrat,
Yeah.
and he won statewide twice with overwhelming support because yes, he says I'm a Democrat and I believe in these policies, but I'm also a Catholic and I don't believe in abortion. I'm
Yeah,
also a Southerner and a hunter and I believe in the Second Amendment.
Wasn't his wife a school teacher?
My wife was a
You
school
know?
teacher. We need somebody like that. You're gonna
Good
need,
old everyday people.
yeah, you need somebody who's like, yeah, I'm a Democrat, but these policies that are maybe more controversial, I'm going to side on
Mm,
the right,
the conservative
on the
side.
conservative side. Somebody says Trump approval rating is 39%. Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so. When Trump even, why did Trump even start the war in the first place? I don't get it. I think Netanyahu told him to start it. That's what I
Yep,
believe. At least that's what Iran said. I don't.
yep.
But him posting himself as Jesus was a line too far for some of his supporters. Now, yeah, that was a bit far, but they created that. They created that with like their undying support for him. You saw that when he was like reaching out, healing somebody like he was Jesus. This guy's
Yes.
out of his mind.
Foolishness.
California is too messed up for Newsom to run. That's the problem. California is messed up. So he can't stand on like, look what I did in my state. They're like, your state is in
Right.
ruins. Um, Somebody said it's going to be a combination of things. It's planting season in North America, so a lot of the inputs are going sky high, like diesel fertilizer. The worst is still to come, inflation wise. I believe that. What would happen if the Democrats have to win and they want to do the same thing of deporting white South Africans and bring them to Congress to explain the genocide in South Africa? I don't think so. I mean, like, I don't think that's on the Democrats' playbook.
I don't think they care. So
Yeah,
nowhere in there.
yeah, because the
Priority.
constituency of the Democrats don't care, right?
Right. The constituency of the Republicans don't really care what's going on in South Africa. I think that's
The-
an Elon Musk thing
That's yeah,
because the average American could care less what's happening.
yeah. So somebody said, Colette Elizabeth said, I'm from Cali. Gavin Newsom has lost the black vote due to his voting reparations 5 times. He must have voted no. So they'll need to get someone else.
Vetoing, she
Oh,
said.
vetoing.
Yeah.
Lord, I can't read. Lord have mercy.
Mm.
Vetoing reparations 5 times. So they'll need to get someone else. Yeah, that put him out because black folk elsewhere are not going to support him when they bring that up. It was the same thing they did with Kamala with her being a prosecutor, right? This two-party system is really one. Foreign policy is still the same. Every politician is a facilitator for the rich and the wicked. You ain't lying, Abantu. You're not lying. Like, they both want to maintain and manage empire, the United States empire. One wants to do it in ways that seem um, more, I guess, maybe more vicious to us. And then the Democrats want to do it with like that smile. Brother Malcolm talked about the wolf and the fox. And he said, the wolf growls at you, lets you know, I'm gonna bite you. And he said the fox, fox almost comes at you, look like he's smiling, but he
Yeah.
gonna bite you. Yeah, he gonna bite you. So yeah, they both wanted the same. But with all that being said, it's like we had 8 years of Obama, we had 4 years of Biden. I'm old enough to remember the 8 years of Clinton. And let me be clear, the 8 years of Clinton was probably the best time. And he wrote the omnibus crime bill. He signed it. The three strikes laws put a lot of black people in jail. In terms of the economy and money and job creation, one of the best times in American history.
Yeah, you're
Mm.
right. You know who they could, the Democrats could have him running. There's a guy out of Texas called Talarico. I don't know if you heard of him.
Mm-mm.
He's a young guy. He's a white boy. He he's been coming up, and he campaigned with Jasmine.
Oh, he
Jasmine
beat
Crockett.
Jasmine.
Yeah, he beat Jasmine.
Yeah, yeah, I know who you're talking about. So here's the problem with that, though. He beat
Okay.
a black woman. He beat a black woman for the Senate seat, right?
I see.
So, because they black people were saying like, won't he stand down? Why would you have this? Won't so it would be hard for him, I think, to gain the support of black folk, nationwide with just because he defeated her. You know what I mean? It's like,
If he plays it smart, he might. It depends
maybe.
on what he does as a senator.
What the Democrats can't do anymore is try to hip hop us and rap star us and Nicki Minaj, not Nicki Minaj, Cardi B us anymore. Like that, those days are dead. You can't just bring out,
Hot sauce in the bag.
you can't bring out Beyonce and think we about to go and vote, right? You gotta, I think the internet has opened up people to the idea of like, let me check your policies, and there's so many voices out there that are critiquing people who are in public office that using the lure of celebrity is dead. You actually have to be able to, let me tell you, the greatest politician of our time, Barack Obama. I was critical of Barack when he was in office. I was critical of Barack, the way he handled like Trayvon Martin and that shooting. I was critical of Barack because I'm critical of all people who sit in, as the head of empire. But as a politician, as the actual skill of being a retail politician, shaking hands, kissing cheeks, kissing babies, nobody did it better.
Yeah.
If you could find, you need a white boy that embodies that. The last white boy that embodied that was Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Before him, it was John F. Kennedy. You need to find you a Kennedy Clinton white boy. That's what you need right now.
Mm.
So let's see. They say this too. Okay, Trump said he could shoot someone in the middle of Fifth Avenue and still won't lose votes. He said that. I got one better for you. The governor of Louisiana, Edward Edwards, who was elected 4 times, he said the only way I can lose an election is if they find me in bed with a dead boy or a live girl.
Wow. That's crazy.
And
Now,
re-elected him 4 times.
now that's
Uh,
that's got to be like way back. How long ago?
that was my lifetime. That was
80s?
80s, yeah, 80s
Wow.
into the 90s.
But he was charismatic.
But he was. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you another thing he said. So he was speaking at this delegation of newly elected. This is in like '88. These newly all they had this wave of women who got elected statewide in Louisiana, right? He is speaking to these women, and he was like, "I am glad that I'm paraphrasing. I'm glad that these women have won. We know it's a a great victory for females around the world, around the country to see. So the new motto is up with skirts, down with pants."
He said- wow.
I mean, he was charismatic. He had a great
The
personality.
only person who can get away with it.
Yeah, he was the only
has to have
person.
the personality
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make people laugh it off. Otherwise,
So his reputation was that he was a womanizer. That he was a
He
great
was.
governor, but he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't drink, he didn't smoke. He liked to gamble and he liked women, and everybody knew it. And he didn't deny it. He was like, "That's what I like to do. I like women and I like to gamble." So he
Mm.
could say stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody says uh, the Democrats need a new playbook to combat the Trump Republican playbook. Facts. BGZ 504. That's my people from New Orleans. Um, Change the narrative. I think he's Mexican, so not sure if that'll work. He's talking about the guy in Texas. Texas.
Mm.
The Democrats need a hybrid of Clinton and Obama. That's what I'm kind of that, but in a white face. Choosing between Democrats and Republicans like choosing between Dracula and the Wolfman. Either we're going to end up with holes. Either way, we're going to end up with holes in our neck. True,
Mm.
true. But I do. Let me say
It's
this.
not Ricky, is it?
Ricky who?
Yeah, Ricky and Crystal.
No, no.
No?
They name would be Don't Keep Up with the Jones.
Oh, okay,
DKJJ.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So who knows, man? I do think the Democrats at least try to present a more stable. Like right now, we dealt with Republican presidents before. They just released recordings of Ronald Reagan talking to Richard Nixon, calling Africans a bunch of monkeys,
I
right?
thought it was Nixon doing the talking.
Well, Nixon was calling Africans monkeys, right? So we've dealt with racist presidents before. We dealt with racist Republicans before. But what I think is particularly disturbing about Donald Trump is that everything feels so unstable.
Yeah.
It feels just like what is going to happen next? It's like we're all in a state of shock, and then he does something else, and then
Every day.
it's a constant state of shock. At least the Democrats bring some homeostasis, make you feel like things are stable, but SA still has enriched uranium from when we had nuclear warheads, the ones we gave up in 92 willingly. Do y'all see the US trying to make a push to acquire that stockpile? Oh, maybe man, keep that quiet. Maybe they forgot about it.
You keep
Not even
quiet.
gave them an idea, bro. What's happening, man?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's not Look at the title of this.
Did it climb?
This beautiful suburb, Malvern, Johannes.
Oh yeah.
We gotta watch that one.
Yeah, yeah, man. Malvern, man. Shout out to Malvern. We used to, Malvern?
Never see it again. It'll be too soon.
Marvin, the name sounds familiar.
It's a neighborhood in Joburg, man. It is, man. We used to own a apartment complex over there, man. But it's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
rough,
Rough.
rough.
Is it rough?
Woo!
It's like it was kind of rough when we first came, and it got progressively
Actually,
more
worse.
rough.
Yeah, it was.
We're here.
It was rough but bearable when we first bought it. It was
Yeah.
rough but bearable. It was like, oh,
The
this
street itself.
the physical infrastructure got worse as well as just. I mean, the truth is, when we sold the property, we got an offer to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Like a week later, somebody got killed on our property.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it got rough.
Stuff changed.
Yeah,
You had to move out of that place real quick, huh?
Yeah, to sell it.
oh yeah, no, we didn't live there. We moved out. I mean, we sold it, but yeah, we ain't lived there. No, man, let me see. Ain't nobody else want to join us in this conversation?
I think so.
Everybody chatting. Everybody chatting. Don't nobody want.
Everybody decided to chat.
I thought um the sister with the French name. I thought she was gonna jump on. What is her name? I always thought she was from Louisiana, but she's a Cape Town Creole. I mean Cape Town colored. What is her name? She was on there.
A long time ago.
Maybe she might be
She
gone.
might be gone by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, but anybody want to jump on? I just put the link in the chat.
Let me give it a few more minutes. I know we said we were gonna be quick today.
Yeah.
You said right quick.
Right quick.
2 hours later.
How long? We know it's only an hour and a half. Somebody
That's
says
right
Mel.
quick.
No, that's changing it there. Not Melville. Not Melville.
Malvern.
Malvern.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
different places.
Yeah.
Malvern. Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody said that was because Mandela was coming into power and they didn't want to leave those weapons in his administration. So yeah, that's true.
No.
So they don't believe any black or brown nation should have like nuclear capability. That's why they mad at Iran. I think even North Korea said, "Well, look, I got something, but it's too late. You can't." That's a war they really don't want. They really don't want war with Iran. The truth is, like, technically, they're losing this war,
Yeah.
right? And if they
Yeah.
send in ground troops, they're gonna lose more. Like I was watching Kamala on the National Action Network's conference that came out 8 days ago with Al Sharpton, and she was like, "Yes, and we have the greatest military power in the world." Kamala, stop telling these people these lies. It's propaganda. When's the last war we won? Somebody tell me that. Did we win in Afghanistan? No.
No.
We got, y'all remember them planes leaving? The Americans getting out of there and people trying to hang on to the wing of a plane. You remember that?
Yeah,
Hanging on to the wheels of the plane. We didn't win that war. Did we win the last one was the first Iraq war under George H. Bush, and we didn't really win that one because Saddam Hussein stayed in power. We toppled Saddam Hussein in the second Iraq war, but we end up there 20 years. 20 years. Think about all the amount of money we spent in 20 years rebuilding Iraq. We didn't win Vietnam, right? When's the last one? We didn't win the Korean War. Last war we won was World War II. Like flat out, like there's no discussions about it. That's the last war we won. Everything else is debatable.
But
So
but on that though, we still have like the best military in the world. Who, I mean, what do you say?
I would say it's the most financed military in the world. It's a
Okay.
couple of things. It's the most financed military in the world. But here's look at what Iran is doing to the United States. First of all, they have a stockpile of drones that only cost $20,000 that can do all sorts of damage. The U.S. is using missiles to shoot down these drones. You know how much those missiles cost? Like $1 million, $2 million.
Yeah.
It is not financial. So you're trying to kill an ant with a sledgehammer, but that sledgehammer, each time you use it, it's costing you millions of dollars. And they got buku ants. You see what I'm saying? They got ants everywhere. So that's number one. Number two, like Iran has a decentralized military. So it's like different parts operate independently. And okay, the Taliban. The Taliban had 30,000 fighters. And we were there for what, 10 years? Trying to fight 30,000 people. Iran has what, 2 million people in their military? Think about that. It took us 10 years to fight 30,000 people, and we got kicked out of Afghanistan with people hanging on the planes leaving. And you think you're going to go in on a ground war with 2 million people? 2 million military? I don't think so. What America has as the major threat is the nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if you look at we don't have the will, the populace doesn't have the will to fight the war.
No.
And then if
True.
you just look at we've been struggling with recruiting for active duty for years.
Right.
It not being able to meet that quota. And the fitness, the mental fitness, the physical fitness of our force as well. So I'm in a lot of trouble, man.
We don't have people who, you have very few soldiers in the military who are like gun-ho GI Joe dedicated to the nation. Most people join the military to get out their neighborhoods because they lived in some rural, bumfuck place. I don't know if that's the yeah, okay.
Or just, need a job.
Need a job.
After school.
Or they need to pay for the college.
Right.
They're not joining the military because they have this great sense of national pride. You have some, but most of them are like, hey, I want to join them for 4 years because they say they'll pay for my college. That's why I'm joining. I joined them for 4 years because I can stay here and make a career for 10 years, get out with a skill and this military career, and I can go and get a real job, right?
Yeah.
Retire in 20 years.
Or retire in 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, so that's kind of the motivation. So but these people in Iran, no, they're fighting for national sovereignty. That's a whole different type of, that's a whole different type of fight. Yes.
Yeah, my view is that the US still has the best military. It's just that the last few years we've been fighting stupid wars that we shouldn't be involved in. But as far as capability, I think the US is capable. It's just that some of the wars that we've been involved in, it's with the wrong ideology and influence by other without a really good cause. You're getting in there simply because of political issues or one thing or another, or oil or some stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh no, it's control of oil.
Yeah,
Control of oil. Yeah.
yeah.
Then you
Some
wonder
of the
what
wars
what's
that we've been involved in,
going on, brother Victor.
with the wrong ideology and
Oh, there's
influence,
a bit of a lag.
but you know,
Hey Victor, you gotta pause your YouTube because it's gonna be lagging. What's going on, brother Victor?
Okay,
Can you
no,
hear?
I was just trying to catch up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I did comment earlier on with regards to the midterms. Now, my question is, if the Republicans have got uh, a top leader and they all as a given whatever decision Trump takes. So, in terms, if he wants to cancel the midterms and or go into war and keep so that you can say no, we can't have elections because there's war, and then that's the one part that I can see. And then the other one, I was news the other day, and they're talking of Eileen Cannon. They wanting her to replace Pam Bondi, or maybe she'll be placed as a judge in the Supreme Court. I was also hearing that they want to retire the Alito and Thomas so that they can put Eileen Cannon, maybe someone else, but I've just know about Eileen Cannon.
Mhm.
And another point that I just want, maybe if you can tell me more, how is it that the US can have, I think it's a 38 or 39 trillion debt, and they are AAA?
AAA rated because they got that military. So you're
Yes,
right. Yeah, military. Right. And there are other interests around the world, the central banks around the world where they hold the US currency, so they need it to be strong. In terms of the Supreme Court, that what the move that you're talking about, them making having Alito and Thomas resign or retire, is let's go back to the Obama administration, when Ruth Gaynor, Ruth
Ginsburg.
Gaynor Ginsburg, yeah, that's her name,
Ginsburg.
right? They
Yes,
wanted her to retire, right? So that Obama, while in office, could select her replacement, the Supreme Court replacement. Now, we ended up getting Kananji Jackson, so it worked out.
Katanji.
But yeah, it worked out for I guess you would say us, the non-Republicans. I won't say I'm a Democrat, but the non-Republicans.
Democrats.
Yeah, so it worked out
Okay,
for the
okay.
Democrats. I say it like that. It worked out for the Democrats. But Trump, if anybody that read Project 2025 knows that controlling the Supreme Court is part of that project, is what they want. So I would not see, I don't think it's far-fetched at all for them to ask Alito or Thomas, probably Thomas because he's black, even though he ain't really one of us. He ain't playing for our team. But to have them retire so that they could, because when you are appointed to the Supreme Court, that is for life. There's no election. You're there until you retire or die. So I do think that's going to happen. In terms of the Wars Power Act, where he could suspend elections during the midterm, in normal times, I would say, now that sounds crazy. We had elections during the Iraq War. We had elections during the Afghanistan War. We had all kind of wars. We've been perpetually at war for 120 some odd years. So we've had elections during times of war. So in general terms, I would say no. But we have no idea what this man is capable of and the type of lengths he will go in order to seize all the reins of power, right? So it is a possibility. Maybe it's a slight possibility, but I wouldn't put it past Donald Trump to actually say, okay, we're going to suspend elections in 2026, the midterms or whatever have you, until this war is over, and let the war rage for the next 3 or 4 years. But now, when it comes to 2028, I don't think I don't think the American people will allow him to suspend the presidential election. Like, I think that would be cause for um, if there's so many causes for riots and protests right now that they should be doing, but I do think that there are those people who are nationalists, and I'm not nationalists in the negative sense, but who love the United States, who love democracy, who love the Constitution, and they want to see the peaceful transfer of power from one president to another. They do not want kings, right? So I think if he tried to pull that off in 2028, it would lead to civil unrest like we've never seen. It would be a massive problem on his hands. Yeah, so that's just my opinion on it. I don't, who am I? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just my thoughts on it.
Oh, okay. Um, just going back when once appoint the previous Attorney General to the Supreme Court, he was blocked by the was that a Republican from Congress. Oh, was that old man?
You gotta give me how you know.
And he blocked Trump's appointment. No, Obama's appointment, and that's how they managed to get 2 seats in the Supreme Court.
Not Alito. Alito is a Supreme Court.
No, not Alito. What's that guy's name? I'll tell you now. The last Attorney General.
Let's see who the last Attorney General was. Let me see. Let's look him up. U.S. Attorney General. Let's see who is the U.S. Attorney General. Right now, it is Todd Blanche. But who was before him?
Pam Bondi.
Bondi's gone. Who was
Yeah,
before Bondi?
Bondi. Before Bondi now. He's the one that appointed the special counsel
I know who you're talking about.
to investigate. Yes. He
Uh,
was supposed to be.
I know exactly who you're talking about now. Let me see. Special counsel. Let me see. Maybe that'll help us out. He was you talking about the one who was going to investigate Trump?
Yes. Gosh, memory age has also got me now too.
Man, no, that was a special counsel that was appointed. No. Oh, let's do it like this. Attorney General Trump investigation.
So basically, what happened? Obama wanted to appoint the same guy in as a judge,
Brennan.
and then this guy, gosh, the leader of the Republicans in Congress rejected him and said, no, we should let the next president appoint the new the new judge for the Supreme Court. And they had like 10 months. So when Trump was about to leave, they needed, he had only like 3 months or something, and they made Trump appoint the new, what's that lady, Amy Coney Barrett.
Mm.
to be the yes. That's how Trump ended up having three.
Right. So you
But
are you talking
I'm
about John
slipping
Brennan?
now. No, no, no. Gosh.
Oh, I don't know. Now you got me
Yeah.
confused. So much going on. Is it,
Uh,
did somebody say Mitch McConnell? No, Mitch McConnell was a
Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell was the Republican who refused um,
Barr.
Obama's
Was it
appointee.
Barr?
No, 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 not Barr. After Barr,
Listen, I don't know. I can't keep up.
under Biden.
Too many white
No,
people. Okay.
he was under Biden's thing. He was Biden's attorney general.
Oh, well, then that's all we had to look up. See, Biden's attorney general.
Yes,
Biden.
he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be appointed
Garland?
in to the U.S. Supreme Court. Yes,
Merrick Garland.
Garland. He
Yeah,
was supposed to.
Garland. Okay.
Yes, he was supposed to be appointed into the U.S. Supreme Court. When he was denied, that's why they gave him that position of Attorney General.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Look, you know more about it than me because I can't keep up with all that. I haven't kept up.
No,
Hold on one
no,
sec.
I agree with you. I just, hmm?
Go ahead. No, continue.
Sorry.
Continue. No, continue. Continue.
No, no, I was saying I was wanting just to find out about also the petrodollar in terms of how it's going to affect us as South Africans now. Like, I'm not sure what's the way forward or what's going to happen now in terms of this Iran war and stuff like that. And
You know what?
will they end up also wanting to attack us?
I don't know if
Because
the U.S. is interested in attacking South Africa. I don't think that's on their in their playbook right now unless something crazy happens. But what I can tell you is that the moment the bombs started to drop in Iran from the US and Israel, the dollar got stronger, the rand got weaker, right? The rand had fallen before this Iran war, the rand had fallen or strengthened to like 15.30 or something like that to the dollar. The moment the bombs started dropping in Iran, it started shooting back up, shot up back over to 17, and that's because of like global uncertainty. People started moving their money into what they call stable currencies, more stable currencies, and that obviously is the U.S. dollar. So who knows how this war will continue to impact the dollar versus rand? Because right now the rand is strengthening again, but that's because of this very fragile ceasefire. Trump said negotiations are supposed to start again if they're able to come to an agreement. We may see a very strong rand. Now, that's going to be rough on me, brother. I ain't going to lie. But I'm with it because I'm over here now. I can just move my money into rands and be all right. But if this war continues to rage on, or if the bombings don't stop or only stop temporarily, then I think you're going to see prices get more rise higher here in South Africa. You see the rand get weaker. You'll feel it at the petrol station a whole lot more. Like we're feeling it right now at the petrol station when we fill up the vehicle. Um, so I think yeah, it's you know it's a tough situation for South Africa in terms of how it's could be impacted by this war. But let me see what RA 5555 has to say. I don't know who this is. RA 555. Let me see. I'm gonna ask them to unmute.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, brother? How are you? Who am I talking to?
Oh,
RA 5555.
Well, this is a four-star general. I think that's all I'm going to say for now. You caught me off
It's a
guard. I
four.
was not planning to say anything. But then, very interesting topic, I must say. I just wanted to add a bit of spice to say, or rather to assure Victor that the reason why South Africa won't be attacked is not because South Africa is loved, but then it's because of everything that the world needs from South Africa. South Africa can't go offline. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we could hear you saying they everything the U.S. everything that South Africa has, the U.S. won't attack. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
from
Bro,
minerals
there,
to location.
I will agree with you to this point that there are what is it? Somebody correct me on the number. 600 or so U.S. based corporations operating in South Africa. I think that's the reason why they won't attack South Africa is because the money, because those corporations say, no, 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 no. That's one of our markets. That's where we sell X, Y, and Z. That's where we make some of our money. It's a middle income nation. No, you can't attack them. You can't blow them up. We have markets there. We have investments there. We have our businesses there, and those businesses make us money. So no, don't attack them. That's what I think protects South Africa for sure uh, from like bombings from the U.S. is that too much American um, investment is here in this country, and
Uh,
the white rich elite do not want their money messed with.
if,
And that's what I think.
if I may, Doctor,
Go ahead,
uh,
my brother.
besides the market, because if you look at South Africa's GDP and compare it to the GDP of those in the Middle East, uh, using that analogy, the Middle East shouldn't have been attacked. Besides the market that South Africa has, it's what South Africa has that can't be found anywhere else in the rest of the world, that the rest of the world need, not only just from the platinum metal groups, but then there are many other minerals that are uniquely found here, like your chrome, manganese, and this is needed in like steel that the rest of the world need and many other important stuff like rhodium. It's very important. It's used in telecommunication. It's used in like its applications is endless. It's not necessarily because of the market. I get that part that they are making a lot of money here and all of that. But they can make money anywhere. And if you look at the money that they make in South Africa compared to the money that they can make potentially throughout the whole of the world, it's not that much. It's the secret sauce.
I'm sorry, but no, I'm trying to fix this.
Yeah, so sorry.
just
Our battery is low. We're trying to charge this. Okay, so
okay,
yeah,
okay,
okay.
okay. My idea is if these guys like the Americans can take over, just like how Trump is saying that we can take over the oil in Venezuela, then we can also take over the oil in Iran. We can make millions of dollars or trillions of dollars, and we can own it. So what would stop them from saying no? We want to own this which is in South Africa because you've got the military power. That's basically what I'm saying. Oh, my
Well,
challenge.
they already own them. I mean, BlackRock, uh, Vanguard, they already own them. So it's pointless to attack what you already own.
There's also beneficiation. You remember? So if you don't have to beneficiate anything, own everything. You just get the raw materials without having to share with anyone. Like look what he's talking about is happening in the States with Venezuela. He says, no, the oil will be sold, but the money is going to go to Qatar into my private account. Oh, he's going to control that account. I don't know how can that be done. Maybe I need some understanding, Dr. Assad.
He's coming right back.
I'm sorry about that.
I think that the good doctor is still out. If I may, they
I had to
can
step
do
away
the
for a
same
second. Oh,
way.
my bad.
Well, could you repeat that one more time?
Okay. I was saying, how does that happen that Donald Trump can say the money from the oil sold in Venezuela can be paid to Qatar into a private account that he will control? Does that go into his personal account? Because if
don't
he's
know, but you
controlling
know, I don't know, but I just know I don't know, man. Donald has shown us that he does what he wants at this point until somebody is willing to step up and challenge him.
I've had one question, right? If I can ask it, right? Something that I just thought of a while back. When he won the case in the Supreme Court to say that he can do no wrong, basically.
Like
So if
presidential
he
immunity.
decided, yes, so if he decided that the state's uh, wealth, he can turn it over into his personal account as a president. So he can do no wrong. So he can't be held accountable. I'm just trying to figure that out.
So another country as well, like you said, Venezuela's wealth going into an account, and where you
His
say
private account,
private account,
US
maybe.
wealth.
But let me tell you something. The quickest way that he will be locked up, prosecuted, put in jail is let him start playing with the other people money. I'm talking about American money. I'm talking about the corporations, the elites, the Elons, the Gates, the Warren Buffetts, and the PayPal mafia. Let him start playing with them people money. Yeah, no, he ain't putting all that type of money. Now maybe he might take some taxpayer dollar money and put it in his pocket. But he not finna play with like corporate, like the real. The United States is controlled and ran by corporations. Those are the people who have the power, who make policy, who influence policy to benefit the rich, the wealthy, the elite. The very small top 1% of the population. And I don't think he acts like he's that, but he's not that. He may have a little money, but he doesn't have, like generational. He doesn't have Rothschild money. He doesn't have who are the people who the oil barons. He don't have that type of money. And he not
It's okay.
and he not
I
gonna play
hear
with
you.
that.
But okay, just to add on that, right? Stephen Miller said who is going to prosecute him in terms of if he disobeys the law, who's going to prosecute him because he's controlling the attorney general and they're not working for the US government, for the US population, but more working for Donald
Donald
Trump.
Trump.
That's why
Mhm.
he's got Todd Blanche, which was
Yeah, he
his
got.
former attorney.
So what I think will
So
happen
who's going
is
to
that
enforce it?
he will not be prosecuted anytime while he is a sitting president. They may bring articles of impeachment against him, but Bill Clinton had articles of impeachment against him and they didn't remove him from office, right? And I think that's part. So when we go back to the previous conversation of the Democrats and the Republicans being basically one and the same, the protection of the empire is most important, right? So if you have
Yeah.
a president of the United States that you prosecute and then say you want to arrest, that's just not going to happen. They're not going to arrest a sitting president. They're not even if they arrest him after he, or let me say prosecute him after he is out of office, he is not going to go to jail, right? Keep in mind, Donald Trump has a mugshot. He was arrested. He was convicted of felonies, right? He is a convict, right? But they didn't put him in jail. They will not put a former president or a sitting president in jail because of what it looks like to the rest of the world. It so damages the credibility of the United States that you begin to look like all of the countries that they claim were shithole countries. Remember when he said that, right? So they're not putting a. It's just not going to happen. I think the worst you get is him being found guilty of something. They'll tell him he has to pay some fines. He's a bad guy. But the U.S., no president has ever been arrested and put in jail. None. You had Richard Nixon, who was spying on his political opponents. He resigned in disgrace. No jail time. I'm trying to think of somebody else who did some sort of high crime. Uh, Shoot, you had George W. Bush start an entire illegal war, lied to the American people, for 2 years straight, and go out and kill 2 million Iraqis and no jail time. He didn't even get articles of impeachment. They just like, oh, our bad. So I don't ever see Donald Trump actually going to jail or really being prosecuted for anything serious, no matter how vicious and unless he just does a crime in the street, like what I'm saying, does something. You got his name in the Epstein file. He's not gonna get prosecuted. It's just not going to happen. I think the bigger picture is that would make the United States look um, bad in terms of their reputation throughout the world. He makes them look bad in terms of their reputation already. But that in particular, president going to jail, yeah, I just don't see it happening. I said that during his trial. I was
Hasn't
like,
it, hasn't he been toying about the idea of running for the 28 elections? And if he is denied, he can take it straight up to the Supreme Court because that's what he does. And they always side with him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they close to 80 or 90% of the time.
who close to 89%?
Yeah, I'm talking.
I think you're breaking up a little, Victor.
Now, I was saying the Supreme Court agrees with Trump 80 to 90% of the time. So if he wants to go for a third term, and the Republicans won't challenge him or tell him no, he can't. And if he wants to, he can take it up to the Supreme Court, which you remember he was denied. I can't remember which state had taken him up before the elections, and he was barred from becoming president. Then he took it up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court agreed that he can run and that no other state could further challenge.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes. So now, in the same case, now he's been toying with the idea that he's going to go for the third term.
Nah,
And he's just
I
putting
don't
it
see
out
it.
there.
Nah, I don't see him going for the third term. What I believe is that the American people want a peaceful transfer of power, and then also people want their turn. They want their turn at power. You think JD Vance wants to sit back for another 4 years? He signed up for 4. He thinks he's next in line, right? He thinks he's heir apparent. Or, the other Republicans. What's Hot Wheels' name in Texas? Texas governor.
Ron DeSantis.
No, not DeSantis.
In the wheelchair.
The guy in the wheelchair from Texas.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know that. He's the governor.
He's the governor.
the one
Abbott,
that
Abbott. His
was,
name is Abbott,
yeah,
Greg Abbott.
Greg Abbott. Yes.
Yeah. So people want their turn at the seat. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Biden. Or it's the same thing with Hillary Clinton. You remember Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State under Obama, but she was only there for 4 years. She left and she became Senator Hillary Clinton out of New York, right? Because she felt
Yeah.
after Obama, it's my turn. She was wrong, but she thought after Obama's my turn. JD Vance signed up for 4 years. I think people want their turn at the seat. And if Trump, one thing I think Americans will just about all agree on is that they don't want any kings. They don't want presidents for life. They don't want somebody to sit there for for 12, 16 years. That's just, I think that white conservative Republicans would disagree with that. MAGA supporter, Trump MAGA supporters would be like, okay, no, you served your term. Let JD Vance continue your mission for the next 8 years, but they don't want to see like Trump president for life. Some of them may be wacko like that, but for the most part, the power structure, those who, and I think the reason why is that he can then at that point really cement too much power to where he wouldn't be controlled by even the corporations, right? So that's not in their best interest. So I don't think he'll go for like a third term. I think he teases that to keep his base riled up, but nah, I don't think the American people will go for it. Everyday Americans are not looking for a king. That is kind of ingrained in our belief system. Like that is the American belief system. The Revolutionary War is about a revolt against having this kind of monarchy rule the nation. So I think if he attempted to try to stay in longer than his term, you will see like vicious revolts in the street, either all night protest or actual revolts. And then you will see people talking about secession, leaving the union. It would just be destructive. I don't think he's I don't think the people that are behind him, the people that control it. And here's the thing, it's not really it's him, but he doesn't need that. Like they don't need Trump. They need the policies, right? Trump was just the one who was willing to implement Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation, and all the stuff that they've been trying to push for the last 50 years or whatever. They don't. Trump was the one who was willing to do it, but they can find somebody else who's willing to do it. They don't necessarily need him, and they don't want they wouldn't need to have him for an extra term. They could find a Vance, they could find a Rubio, they could find Abbott, they could find a whomever that would be willing to continue his legacy, continue his policies, and that's just my opinion on
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there before they start coming for me too.
it. As a matter of fact, I think we about to get off now. It's been 2 hours. I said it was gonna be right quick, and I lied. I lied. It's been 2 hours. Term limits after Roosevelt. He got too much done. New Deal. Shout out to the New Deal policies. Yep. All right, family.
10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock. It's time for me to go to bed. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all, Victor, and Dola,
Thank
and
you.
Ralph for joining us. It's always a pleasure. We'll be back soon with a regular old